What is up everyone, I am DeviantCringe, and today we're gonna check out a brand new subreddit. This one is called r/Trashy, and it's got stuff that goes from pretty hilarious to downright disgusting. So yeah, without further ado, let us get on with it. Your tip was reduced. In lieu of a signature, the card used to pay for these services had the words quote-unquote CID on the signature. I use this as an effort to protect my credit rating and my identity. You did not check my ID before running my card, thereby potentially exposing me to credit card fraud, as you had no way of knowing if the user of this card was actually the owner. Despite your level of service to me as a patron, but because of your lack of concern for my credit standing, the amount of your tip has been substantially reduced. Wow, don't you just hate people like this? You know, like they think they're so important, they give them like a little tiny paper like, oh, your tip was reduced because, oh, you exposed me to this and blah blah blah. Well, call me crazy, but I do think that the owner of the credit card is the only one that should be using it, so this is kind of on you. I'm pretty sure Hitler, yes, I said Hitler, was the greatest man of the 20th century. I will not argue, since research has been done on my end. You tell me why you don't think he was, and not the superficial BS you've heard either about the fake Holocaust. Please and thank you. Unfortunately, some of these shows depict things that make people think stuff never happened really. Well, yeah, sadly even in this day and age, you know, in the age of information and all that, you still have these Holocaust-denying idiots, yeah. Can I drink my 6-year-old daughter's urine? I'm leaving this group. Why the hell did you even join a group called Urine Therapy in the first place? Obviously it's gonna be filled with absolute goddamn weirdos. I mean, seriously, like, why? Pooh boy, sadly stuff like this does happen, and I should know because I actually walked into public bathrooms that have stuff like this. Some people are just uncultured pigs, what else can I say? If it stays cold all winter, I may have to quit smoking. And if anyone comments about me being pregnant, you can kiss my ass. It's freezing cold out. I smoked while I was pregnant. You're grown, do you, girl? I smoked during my pregnancy also. My daughters came out perfectly fine. Well, here's the thing. Just because your daughters, you know, by chance came out perfectly fine doesn't mean that everyone else's will. I mean, I think we can all pretty much agree that smoking while pregnant is definitely a bad thing. So I keep one bowl specifically for ramen that I never wash because I like the leftover flavors mixing with the new ones, I guess like seizing a cast iron pot. Anyone else do this? My favorite combination is Jin Ramen and Shin Ramyun, both spicy. I don't even know whether to laugh or throw up at this picture. Like, seriously, take a look at this. Take a look at how horribly caked on everything is. Like, who knows how old this thing is. Why would you ever do something like that? And not to mention the fact that it's so unsanitary that it just makes you wanna... Yeah, it makes you want to jump out the window, like, why? And it looks like over here we got another lovely example of how there are absolutely disgusting people on this earth. And of course, this post is in Spanish and I can't understand what it says, but I can get the gist of it. It's about some idiot that literally pretended to be disabled to see Avengers Endgame, oh yes. And just take a look at how happy he is in the second picture. Take a look at that lovely punchable face. You know, he's giving the thumbs up like, oh my god everyone, take a look at me. I pretended to be disabled, am I cool now? Okay, now this right here is even more disgusting than the leftover ramen picture. Just take a look at what this guy's doing. He is literally sleeping in a goddamn communal urinal. Like, I know I've already asked this a few times, but why would you do this? Why in the hell would this ever even cross your goddamn mind? Like, seriously, take a look at this. And of course, you cannot go browsing the Trashy subreddit without, you know, laying your eyes on some lovely anti-vaxxers. Take a look at all of these beautiful, hardworking moms, you know, promoting exposing your children to deadly diseases because you believe in some kooky conspiracy theory and all that. Let's read some of these. Vaccines cause autoimmune disease, vaccines cause seizures, vaccines cause SIDS, that's sudden infant death syndrome, vaccines cause ADHD, vaccines cause autism, vaccines cause death, vaccines cause, I think that says brain damage, and the other ones, the other two ones I actually can't make sense of it, but yeah, it's all bullcrap. Long story short, if you're gonna have kids, vaccinate them. Welcome to the modern military. They thought it was funny to ride in carts instead of walk. When called out, they said, quote, we worked 8 hours today. Charleston Air Force Base at its finest. Well, folks, the only thing I can say to this is if my grandpa was alive today, he would slap the absolute crap out of these people and secondly, make them run laps around the whole Walmart holding these goddamn carts. My dad is the biggest supporter. Look how much my butt has grown. Gluteals 8 months difference. I'm so proud of you. Watch out, Kim. Oh god, the dad's profile pic just says it all. And what makes it even more creepy is the fact that he literally typed in "Watch out Kim" and a peach symbol. Like, I really do wonder what the hell is going through this guy's head right now. Oh boy, this sadly does happen a lot in today's world. Like I said in the toilet picture, in this day and age there are a lot of uncultured savages, and thing is, I'm actually preparing to fly for the first time myself, and I'm honestly ready to witness this kind of debauchery. My husband and I had a very small wedding ceremony and reception. Probably about 25 people were invited, only close family and a handful of friends. I invited my dad's BFF, so he'd have someone to socialize with other than my mom, since they literally spend 24/7 with each other, plus his friend has always been good to me. Anyway, a few days before the wedding, my dad's friend asked him if it's okay if his daughter and husband came, and I didn't have a problem with it. She shows up without her husband, but with about 10 Tupperware containers to take food. We had a buffet-style wedding. I'm Polish in Western Philadelphia, and it's kind of tradition in our area. We had a cookie table, look it up, also tradition and amazing. She loaded up 7 Tupperware containers of food to take home, took about 3 containers of homemade cookies and a couple of bottles of beer, and most of these centerpieces. I didn't notice any of this because I was too busy with the whole wedding. My dad told me about it the next day, and we opened it up with our quote-unquote gift from her. She gave us $5, not even kidding, a $5 bill. Before anyone asks, she's not poor by any stretch of the imagination. She's probably better off than I am, and I'm assuming it's because she just freeloads from anyone and everyone she can, but seriously, who the hell does this? And this is why you should always watch out who you invite or who you even let come to, you know, special ceremonies like weddings and all that stuff. Like, the people that you're friends with may not be moochers, but the people that they know may be. So yeah, that's all I can say to this. Sadly, I have actually, you know, had a, contact with people that did, try to leech off me and all that. I'm sure we all have, sometime in our lives. And you always gotta be vigilant for whenever they come up. Like, if I was in her shoes, I would immediately, like, be suspicious of someone coming up with the 7 Tupperware containers. I mean, I would totally understand if someone came with, like, maybe 1, to take some stuff home, stuff that they can't finish and all that, and maybe something, a little bit extra that the bride and groom give to them. Like, I know that, when I traveled with my mom to a different town to attend one of her friends' weddings, we got a nice little Tupperware full of, like cookies and all that stuff. They were pretty tasty, but yeah, I do think that they actually gave that to us. We didn't come to the wedding with containers in hand. And the fact that she literally gave them a measly $5 on their wedding day is just inexcusable. Well, folks, that's about all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, press the bell icon, and if you wish to support me in a different way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, I am DeviantCringe, and I'll be seeing you guys else in the next video.